just being on the spiritual, more spiritual side of things, bro, my life went from existing to purpose. It changed, bro. Like when I jumped away from that, when I stepped away from that religion shit and I stepped into like, cause religion for me is like the middleman. When I cut the middleman out and I built a straight connection, that probably allowed me to have more of a stronger connection with the universe, with the creator, with the source. Once I wiped out the middleman and I just created a pipeline, a straight line of communication. So now when I'm asking for answers and what's my purpose, why am I here, where do you need me at? You know what I mean? Why, what, where, how? Like really asking questions, not so much as for favors, but just asking for meaning, purpose. You feel what I'm saying? Um, and really, like I said, just seeing the things in front of me before I'm trying to see shit beyond that. Like a lot of us, we skip over what's right in front of us, trying to see what's down the block or what's up the street. You know what I'm saying? Like pay attention to what's right in front of you. And the sun, the moon, the stars, you know what I'm saying? The earth, you know, um, that's a form of God, if you will. You know what I mean? That's 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 that for me. You know what I'm saying? So once I started understanding that and the laws of the universe and just doing shit the right way, you know, uh not trying to be perfect, but just trying to be righteous on how I move and how I live, you know what I'm saying? My intentions, you know, trying to keep my heart pure as possible, keeping it in the right place, not out here engaging and robbing and killing and doing a bunch of dumb shit. Um, so, a lot of us, bro, I feel like um, we punch the clock. We fast forward our lives, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if niggas just chill and live and exist, like we complicate a lot of shit. You know what I mean? That's another thing I realized too. Like just recently, a situation came about, somebody close to me, and we in a struggle together. You know what I mean? We done won together, we done lost together, and they caught a break. They got their turn again, and shit came back around full circle. And then it made me realize, like, yo, with this life shit, bro, it's really survival of the fittest. You gotta outlast the struggle. You gotta outlast the stress. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna rain forever. It can't rain for forever. So you just gotta weather the storm. Ups and downs, highs and lows. And that was a reminder to me, like, yo, that's really what this shit about. This one of the one of the big things about life that people don't really understand, along with trying to get blessings and praying for blessings and blessings and blessings and all of this shit. And a lot of us, bro, we don't even be able to see the blessing. It be right the fuck there. And if you can't see the blessing, how the fuck can you receive it? How can you embrace it? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to I'm just trying to understand all of this shit, get better. You know what I'm saying? Um, reach my potential, bro. But have understanding, bro. It's nothing like having understanding and clarity. A lot of us, we just out here living, bro. We don't know shit. And yeah, I'm keeping it a bean. Religion is a big one that keep us in fear. Why do you want to believe in something that's gonna keep you in fear? Why you want to be a part of anything that's going to not allow you to be fearless? And when you start to understand that, like I said, bro, you could, niggas get shot in the head. Nigga get shot in the head, survive. You know what I mean? Nigga get shot in the head 7 times, survive. You got a nigga get grazed, get shot 1 time in the head, die. Nigga jump from a 20-story building, survive. Nigga jump from the 3rd floor, die. You know what I'm saying? It's just like everybody's shit different. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You might have a different calling than she got. She might have a different calling, a different journey, a different purpose than you got. I think we really all here for a reason, bro. And I had a situation that bothered the shit out me, bro. Like, had me ready to bang the fuck out on this nigga. Took my car to this nigga, and the nigga was acting weird. And this is why I'm saying this, because this lined up with being free, bro. Living fearless. You know, when you got that line of communication with the creator, bro, you gonna be protected. Like, you are protected. Most of us, all of us, we are protected. We be the ones that be pressing fast forward on our lives, bro. We the ones that be putting ourselves in situations we know we shouldn't be in. We be ignoring the signs, bro. You know how many niggas be, damn, bro, I should have went with my first fucking thought, bro. I should have went with my first mind, bro. Something told me, bro. Something told me don't come down here. Something told me don't be down here. Something told me don't drive with this way. Something told me don't fuck with this bitch. Something told me don't fuck with these niggas. Something told me don't come out here today. Something told me to stay my black ass in the house. Something told me to call out. Something told me don't do this. Something told me not to buy that. Something told me don't eat that. Like, bro, I could go on and fucking on and on and on. Something fucking did tell you. Something probably, more than likely, something the fuck did tell you. And you ignored it. We be putting ourselves in the line of fire, bro. We our own worst enemies for real, bro. We be burning our own selves, shooting our own selves in the foot, bro. Niggas be protected, bro. And this story, I'ma say, this little story, bro. And amongst other times, I've been protected, bro. I can't tell you how many times I ignored or went beyond my protection or went against my protection. Just to want to believe that this person was right. This wasn't this big of a deal. This was cool. This wasn't no bad. This, you know what I mean? Like, I can't tell you how many times I did that shit, bro. But this the shit that had me like, yo, I'm gonna live more free. I'm gonna live more fearless. I'm protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I don't think I'm good, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of shit we don't be realizing. We be wanting to take the credit for shit we ain't got no business taking the credit for. Taking the credit for shit that we don't got no business taking the credit for. Like, bro, at the end of the day, it's a higher power for sure. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, I might say, damn, I want to thank my ancestors. I want to thank the universe. I want to thank Mother Earth. Motherfucker look at me like I'm crazy. Like I got 10 heads and 20 eyes. Like I'm a fucking alien. But motherfucker talk about Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior, and God and Allah and all this old other shit. And it's like, nigga won't blink twice. You believe that shit. They sold you on that shit good. They washed the shit out your brain. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause it just was sold to you and told to you so crazy. Like, but with the situation, I took my car to this bull. New mechanic boy I've been dealing with. You know what I mean? Did a little bit of work on my car before. No issues, kind of solid. Boy, we busting it up, talking. I thought we was good. Take my fucking car to this nigga. And something told me. Something told me and I ignored it. But it felt off when I took it. And I was sitting there, he was looking, he was doing somebody else's car, the nigga was running behind on time like he always do, cause he a goofy ass, get high nigga, smoke weed, you know what I'm saying, but he cheap, and I ain't really got the money to be dealing with these other places right now, and he do good work, but he a goofy nigga, man, like, So um he go to look under my car and shit. You know what I mean? So I said, yo, what is it? Like he like, um, I think he like, you need a gasket, right? He said it was a gasket situation. So I'm like, and I don't know nothing about cars, bro. I don't know a lot about cars. So I'm taking his word. All right. You know what I mean? I'm like, look, bro, shit important. You know what I'm saying? I got some shit coming up. I need this shit situated. If it's what you say it is, I want to make sure, because I'm that type of nigga, bro. I don't like riding on my shit, and I like to nip it in the bud, get straight to it, get it fixed, figure it out, and move on. I told him, yo, my son's birthday coming up. I need this joint situated by then. He put oil in my shit. He said, bro, you good? Blah, blah, blah. Come back tomorrow. We're going to get this shit done. I'm like, all right, cool. How much? How much you going to charge me for it? 185, including the oil that he put in, 185. So I'm like, all right. Call the nigga. Told me when to call him. I called him. He don't pick up. Text him, yo, bro, what's up? What we looking like? Long story short, bro, I don't know what the fuck happened with this nigga. Like, he just disappeared, bro. Nigga just went ghost. And the oil still was leaking, all that shit over time, over weeks and weeks. And I couldn't understand why the fuck this nigga just stopped answering the phone and just went ghost. We discussed the price. We was good. Everything was green. I had the money for him. We was gonna get it done. I was gonna move on. And I just couldn't understand. And that's a lot of times with us as people, we don't want to see it. We don't want to realize it. We don't want to understand it, bro. We don't. We like, what the fuck going on with this nigga? Why would he? And I truly believe that this was me being protected from being scammed on. Nigga getting over him, because when he told me the price, he was on the phone, but he laughed before he told me the price. And instantly I got a feeling like, I know this bitch ass nigga ain't laughing at me, but he talking to somebody. And I said, yo, cuz, what you gonna charge me for it? He said whatever he said. He probably was like, yeah, this nigga, man, I'm gonna just charge this nigga, this goofy nigga, like, I'm gonna just charge him whatever, you know what I mean? I'll be getting these niggas out of here. Like, and he might have not said any of those words, but in my mind he did. And I felt real strong about it. Like, why the fuck this nigga? But I heard my girl in my other ear, like, you be taking this shit to, you be doing the most, you be overreacting to everything. Chill. So I ain't say nothing. I ain't think nothing of it. But time go by, I can't get in touch with the nigga. And I ended up reaching out to another mechanic that somebody I know referred me to. And don't you know, it wasn't a gasket, bro. It wasn't nothing wrong with the gasket. It wasn't nothing actually of what that nigga was telling me it was. It was a real minor situation. But just getting you to see, like, you protect it, you know what I'm saying? Once you build that relationship with the creator, the universe, the ancestors, you protect it. They got your back 1000%. That situation could have cost me 185 when they didn't have to. And I wouldn't have known nothing for real. I would have paid the nigga and I would have thought that I got good service, blah, blah, blah. He took care of me and that would have been that. But I went to another mechanic and he said, bro, I don't know what the fuck that nigga was talking about. That ain't nothing of nothing what's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, but the nigga was trying to get over on me. I don't know if he felt guilty. I don't know if he was trying to run his play and it just fell through, and it couldn't penetrate. It couldn't puncture, the protection that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, not being able to run that game on me. Same as, look, you gonna go outside, you could be living in the middle of the fucking jungle and never get killed. Nothing ever happen to you, because it just ain't for you. That ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? You protect it. And yeah, fuck that bitch ass nigga though. You know what I mean? He tried to run his game on me and shit. He's a fucking sucker. He a clown ass nigga. And yeah, it's working out, you know what I mean? And it's just a beautiful thing. And just amongst other things, like I talk about the job opportunity I got coming up and what's going on with that, things are just going to line the fuck up, man. When you start to have that line of communication and you start to talk to who it is you really need to talk to. That's yourself. Like I said, the earth, the stars, the moon. Like, look up at the sun and talk, bro. Say what's on your mind. Say what's on your heart. Look up at the sun. Look up at the stars and talk, bro. Say what's on your mind. Say what's on your heart. You know what I'm saying? Sit with yourself and talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you praying to a God that, you know what I'm saying, like, don't exist. And like I said, when I started to speak to myself, um the sun, like I said, I talked to the sun, I talked to the moon, the stars. Things started to change. My intentions, um how pure my intentions was, things just started to change. You know, it's hard to speak to something and expect something from something that don't exist, that ain't real. That ain't real. The God that they sold you and told you about is not real. um and that situation, I mean, I tried to call this nigga so much, talk, text, all that shit, and it just would not, like, but we want to go beyond that so badly. We won't take the hint. We won't pay attention to what's in front of us that's trying to show us, trying to protect us. Yo, fuck that nigga, yo. He up to no good. We only can do so much. Now, if you go beyond this point and you take it amongst yourself, that's on you. And that's what a lot of us do. Not just with that, with a mechanic, but just with the in generals of everyday life. It be something giving us, as long as we having that relationship with the creator, something be pushing us back. It be giving us pushback, but we be pushing back when we shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? We should fall back. We shouldn't push back. We should fall back. It could be a chick. It could be a situation. It could be a job. It could be anything. Don't push back. Fall back. Pay attention to the small details. Take the hint. You know what I'm saying? And not to make this shit about religion, but it's real. Like, I just don't believe in that shit, bro. I just don't. That shit is a cash grab. That shit is a hustle. And like I said, when I changed, when I converted to myself and my spirit, everything else took care of itself. Everything else is taking care of itself. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.